Okay, so in this video I wanted to do a proper kind of A/B comparison of a neural capture and a Kemper profile of my Eric 3 lead preset. So here you're going to hear the results of this test straight up, and then we'll talk about what I'm going to do later in the video. I don't want to kind of waste your time. So if you just want to hear the comparison, here is the same take recorded with a ditto looper, firstly into the HX stomp to show you the source tone, then into the neural capture, and then the Kemper profile of it. That's the intro. I don't know if you've drawn any conclusions from it. I haven't actually done the test yet, so this is just my kind of setup for it. The really important thing for me about this kind of test is that you need to use a looper or reamp somehow, otherwise the differences in your playing are going to be way more pronounced than what the differences in actual tone are. This is something that I've found in the stuff that I've done before, so I did like a comparison between I think a Timmy and a Vemiram TSV 808, or the differences that I perceived when I was playing them was far more pronounced than what was actually happening, and it just changes the way you play and stuff. So I'm going to turn off the gate, the compressor, and I'm going to turn off the delays. So I've just got to remember that that's how I've got things set up there. And now we'll just follow the prompts on this screen, which I think you can see there. So instrument 1 goes into return 1. Try not to kick over everything. Okay. I'm going to keep all the cables the same as well. Connect your headphones or XLR outputs. Capture out goes into the input of the selected device. Capture out into the input. There we go. Next. And then out goes into the in of the quad. Confirm. Right, and then let's just check. We've got to check that the inputs are okay. So this level matching process at the start, I think other people have noticed as well that captures tend to come out a bit quiet. So where do we need to set this? So in the interest of making it easy, I think that works quite nicely. So I'm going to start the capture. So I've started the capture now. There may in time become kind of new best practices for capturing, and like they have with profiling, and even profiling I think there's lots of different ways that people do that, plenty of ways to skin that particular dog. So this isn't, you know, definitive saying that any device is better than the other. The Kemper, for instance, when you're doing the profiling, does throw up prompts and stuff if the signal is too low going into it or too high clipping, or if there's no signal at all. I don't think that happens at the moment with the neural capture, so that's worth bearing in mind. I'll bring the Kemper over and do the same process in front of it here so you can see that, and then go and record the little bit for our intro A/B comparison stuff. Okay, so we're having our second go with the capture. It's not being starved, so let's try again. Last time it got stuck on 38%, so let's just see what happens. Okay, second time things have not gone right, so it's needed another reboot. So I'm gonna just try and capture a different preset. Sorry, put this halfway so we've got something that I can use. The other one had a horizon devices, which may have some gating with the gate all the way down. Maybe that was what was going on. So this preset has a Zen drive going into an amp into a cab. So it should be a roughly similar style of profile, but hopefully it will actually work. Profile capture, what am I saying? No idea. Ah, good. So this time we actually got a message about what was going wrong. So signal too loud, clipping, please go back to the calibration screen and make sure the level meters are not too loud. So let's just do that. Next, 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 confirm, and then, that's a little bit on the ridiculous side. So I'm gonna, like that. So that's presumably gonna be way better. So just save that. We're at halfway here. Start capture again. Wish me luck. Okay, so we're done now. So what is this? Zen lead. And if you want this, you have to leave a comment telling me to put it in the whatchamacallit. Right, so now to do the same with the Kemper. Hopefully that's going to be a bit quicker. Okay, so I'm trying to use the same cables, knobs that Anyway, yeah, let's just see what happens next. Start profiling. Generally the Kemper will tell me if something's wrong in my experience. So I think creating a profile is actually quite a lot quicker than creating a capture, if that's something you're worried about. The refining process, I think, has been, certainly it's not something that I've got much awareness of how it's really intended to be used. I believe that Christoph actually kind of said some stuff about it once. I think Rabia did his video without refining. I'm not exactly sure if it's being used in the way that he recommends, but it's not totally clear what that is. So I'm going to press refine profile, just play some chords through it, the sort of stuff that I'm actually playing. Okay, finish, and then store. Next, obviously all of those tags are wrong, so it's not made by Tone Junkie. What was this? This is Zen, so I'm just going to call it Zen. I'll drop this one into the folder if you guys want to try it, any of you Kemper people. Done. Next, store, and again it's not Zen. Jason in particular, I imagine you might like this one. Okay, now I want all of the effects off. Wait, if we just go into effects off, the input, got clean sense of distortion sense, that's pretty much flat, and I just want to check that I haven't got pure cabinet on. So where do I do that? I think it's in cabinet. I do want the cabinet on, don't want any high shifts, I don't want pure cab, and then I'll just check that I haven't got anything going on here. So volumes, but the EQs are flat. The volume is fine. Okay, and I'll just check rig in case we've got anything weird going on there. Okay, so I think we don't have pure cabinet on. so that should be exactly what I've just recorded or profiled. So that's, I think, as close as we're going to get it to being a fair comparison, I think. So I'm just going to record that through now, and wish me luck. Just also for the sake of the experiment, I think I'm also going to try and profile that very first preset that was locking up the Cortex. So a second, JC Eric 3, it's not that one though, is it? Eric 3 lead, that's the one. So I want to turn off the gate, turn off the compressor, turn off the delay and the reverb, and let's just try that. See, so now we see the problem. Warning, noise gate detected in external signal chain. Noise gate should be avoided. Please check and reinitiate profiling if the result is not satisfying. So it's not frozen up the thing, but it's just saying there is a noise gate in here. Check it out. So let's check it out. Refine. Good. Okay, and the result is satisfying, so that's kind of cool. So I'm going to store that as well. So what is that? That's an Eric. And I think I'll drop it into the folder with my normal kind of delay and settings that I'd have with this. But that's kind of interesting that it was able to do that preset that the other one wasn't, and still throwing up useful warnings, but still went through the profile anyway. So what did you think? I'm going to play the samples back to back again now, like you heard in the intro. Can you hear a significant difference? Let me know in the comments, or you know, we can fight it out in the comments, whatever. But this to me is the fairest way I can see to actually do an A/B comparison if you're interested in comparing something. Get your looper pedal out, because the difference that you make to the way a thing sounds is pretty huge, and that's something that I've learned with my own mistakes, essentially. When I saw the initial kind of reviews and stuff with the Kemper and the Quad Cortex in comparison, I was a bit frustrated that we weren't seeing anyone do an actual A/B in this way. You know, using 3 different takes for each device doesn't really give you much to compare on, unfortunately. But yeah, I can put these WAV files somewhere for people to analyze them themselves if they want to. See if you can point out the differences. I think that might be interesting. I might send it over to someone who knows much better than me. But I'll catch you in another video soon. If you want to like and subscribe, you could. If you want any of these presets, so the HX Stomp preset is Eric 3 lead or Zen lead, that'll be in the description. Similarly, I'll build them for Kemper and for Quad Cortex as well. But hopefully that was not too boring. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll catch you in another video soon. Cheers.